and watch the step cook.
You own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you own 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th curb.
Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I'm going to let you know that this video was brought to you by Print Champs. Make sure you get it all. Your Hurt Season hats, ski mask Howie tees, Hurt Season shirts. With any purchase of your Hurt Season shirt, you will be able to get any Hurt Season hat from the shop at a discounted rate. So make sure you tap in with that right now. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. So it's looking like the Philadelphia Eagles are to lose Avonte Maddox for an undisclosed amount of time. Worst case scenario, the entire year with a torn pectoral muscle. I believe that was the injury. Correct me if I'm wrong. And that will be a devastating blow to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I don't think Maddox was playing to his full potential anyway the first 2 weeks, but next man up. You know what I mean? I think this 11 days that the Philadelphia Eagles have to, kind of soak with this one. You know what I mean? We got to get on the phone. We got to make some calls. A lot of people saying Buda Baker this, Buda Baker that. I just don't see that happening. I see the Philadelphia Eagles trying to fix this thing in-house via practice squad guys, looking at some free agents at the worst case. But, you got to address this. This is your primary slot guy in Avonte Maddox, and something has to happen. Mario Goodrich got quite a bit of snaps, last week. Maybe when Bradbury comes back, we slide Job down there to the slot. I don't know how that's going to play out because I wasn't really impressed with what I seen from Mario Goodrich, if you want me to be honest. But this is a problem for the Philadelphia Eagles. Despite us having these injuries already on the back half, you know what I'm saying, we continue to still win games. So I really can't, you listen, next man up. That's just what we live by. That's what we live by. It's not going to be all peaches and roses. You know what I mean? If you were to lose Avonte Maddox for the entirety of the season, next man up. Because what you have, and this is what you have to realize, you have that offensive line and this defensive line that's looking like two of the best units in the National Football League. And, I'm confident as long as those two units are intact. So, the guys are still learning the system. Guys are still learning the offense. And I wish Avonte Maddox a speedy recovery. I hope it's not for the duration of the season. But you know what I'm saying? Next man up, next man up, next man up. It is what it is. The situation between A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts, I mean, it got a little, it got the attention that it's supposed to get. You know what I mean? You got a bona fide number one wide receiver. You got one of the best quarterbacks in the league in Jalen Hurts. They seem to be, talking to each other on the sideline about what could have happened or what could have went down. But, Jalen Hurts is level-headed. Winning is all that matters. This is the thing, man. A lot of people think we should be winning 70-0. When people are throwing their best at you, wins come in different ways, and good football teams find different ways to win. So if you are expecting, 400 passing yards a game from Jalen Hurts, I mean, I don't know what you've been looking at, but that's just not what's going to happen. But if you're expecting to win, then you're in the right place because Jalen Hurts does that. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts does that. Look at the first 20 career starts. Look at the greats. You know what I mean? Patrick Mahomes, and I think Hurts might be, come on, he does that. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You got to understand your football team. You got to understand the strength of your football team, which is the trenches. You got to understand that, when all else fails, if guys want to keep dropping 8 back in coverage, playing this cover 0 scheme, we're just going to run the ball down your throat. You know what I mean? The Philadelphia Eagles need to start games off like that. You know what I mean? Start games off being physical and letting people know we're going to oppose our will. Then you sneak in a little play action. We're starting off trying to throw the ball. Then when that don't work or it's not as effective as we want it to be in the beginning of a game, we're going to run the ball. I mean, it don't make a difference how you get it done. You know what I'm saying? These running backs need to eat too. And when you start getting behind a big physical offensive line like we have, you have days like this for Swift. You know what I mean? Everybody knew who Swift was, but it's no coincidence that he gets his career day behind this offensive line. So I think the game plan needs to be tweaked a little bit. I think you need to start these games off physical. Start these games off banging and hitting and pushing behind this offensive line. And then you work in some play action. You know what I mean? Because people are going to talk. That's all they're going to do. But the facts of the matter is the facts of the matter. The Philadelphia Eagles are 2-0. You know what I mean? So I really have nothing to complain about. You know what I mean? I really can't even complain about the coordinators. We have yet to lose a football game. So, it's a lot of positives there at stake. But I will say this about DeAndre Swift. I think DeAndre Swift is looking to put the league on notice. We got a couple guys on the roster, in fact, that are putting the league on notice. When you look at what Jordan Davis has done so far in these 2 games, a lot of people are doubting his pass rushing ability. But Jordan Davis, you know what I mean? It's looking like how he was supposed to look last year. You already know what you're getting out of Jalen Carter. You know what I mean? You got guys like N'Kobe Dean, like, oh my God, why would the NFL let Jalen Carter go to the Eagles? You know what I mean? It's a couple guys that's stepping up and stepping into the superstar role. I think Slay so far is having an amazing year. You know what I mean? Slay is looking really good. Slay is playing these cat and mouse games with top wide receivers already, like Justin Jefferson. Yes, we know Justin Jefferson feasted. He had a good day, but Darius Slay was on him. Darius Slay was doing his job. So, you know what I mean? And Darius Slay ended up winning the game. So you can't be, it's a lot to be optimistic about, but at the same time we know that we haven't played our best football, which is why a lot of people feel like the Philadelphia Eagles got a lot to clean up. And I ain't mad at that. You know what I mean? Feel that way. But with these 11 days and you got to go against Baker Mayfield, you know what I'm saying? You should be looking real good coming out of this Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. I don't see why you can't, you know what I mean, go out there and get you a nice win, a nice comfortable win on the road. You know what I mean? This is what we do. We one of these teams. And I think we're looking for some payback against these guys. Because last time I remember us seeing the Bucs, they was running around here talking about my boy can't read. It's being real disrespectful on Jalen Hurts' name. And I think this time around, you know what I mean, we make them show. We make them show why we are who we are. We learned some things. We got some new pieces. And I'm comfortable going into week 3. So we're not going to really talk too much about week 3. It's about currently right now what's needed for this team. You know what I mean? I think Cunningham played a really, really good game as well. You know what I mean? Cunningham said that he wanted to come out and prove that he could cover. You know what I mean? I just think you got stars emerging in certain spots. And, with people feeling underwhelmed with the way that we're winning, when the best football starts coming around and we put together like 4 strong performances in a row and the NFL is just talking about how powerful we look, it's not going to be a surprise to me at all. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to Swift solidifying his role as RB1. You know what I mean? I think Swift could possibly finish this season as the best running back in the division if the Philadelphia Eagles grant him the opportunity of RB1. Nobody has the vision like Swift in this division. Well, Saquon got some crazy vision. We're not going to talk bad about Saquon, but I think Swift is really, really talented. That's how highly I think of Swift, that Swift could potentially have a better season than Saquon Barkley if we were to, give Swift the carries that he deserves. Now, 28 carries, I think the Philadelphia Eagles found something there, and you know what I mean? Running the ball ultimately always opens up the passing game. So, it's coming along slowly but surely. When you got new coordinators, you just got to go through this learning process. So, again, I'm not worried about anything pertaining to Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown talking on the sideline, because the facts of the matter are the Philadelphia Eagles 2-star wide receivers are off to a great start. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? Everything is off to what it's supposed to be. It's just that when you go in the Super Bowl and you come back and lose, people always got something to say. So, I'm ready for Sunday. I'm ready to see what the rest of these teams got. We're 2-0. You know what I mean? Let's see what's on the menu for us.